Welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel, guys. 2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Love these guys. This ain't for transmission problem, guys. Will not shift, slipping, all kinds of foolishness. All right, that's where I come in at. I am here to figure out why it's doing what they said it's doing. All right, so now based off this shifter, and I think this is 2014. What year is this? I can't remember what year. Doesn't matter. Transmission problem is a freaking transmission problem. All right, now 2012. Now, was the 8-speed ZF 8-speed transmission out back then? I don't know if it was out in 12. So this could go either way. It could either be a NAG 1, or it could be the big 545, or it could be a ZF. I don't know if they came out. And it's hard to tell based off the shifter. Normally, now I know if it was a rotary shifter, yeah, I could suspect it being the fully electronic ZF rear-wheel drive transmission. But in this case, I don't know. Now, guys, normally what you should do, back in the day, let me give you a little history. When we get a transmission complaint, first thing we would do is check fluid. However, we no longer have that luxury, guys. Times have changed. Guys, there are no longer transmission dipsticks. Yes, I said that right, dipsticks, to physically check your transmission fluid. Now, some car makers still giving you dipstick tubes. Okay, yes, some giving you dipstick tube, but a lot of them nowadays have taken away the physical dipstick. Okay, now again, depending on which transmission in here, if this is ZF transmission, there's no dipstick or no dipstick tube. If this is a NAG 1 transmission, you likely only have a dipstick tube, which means you need a special tube to go down in there and verify transmission fluid level. All right, so I'm not going to accomplish any of that by sitting here. So what I'm going to do is drive this thing. No, and another thing, I typically would go on a test drive to try to duplicate it, but no. That is extremely risky without verifying transmission fluid level. So where I'm headed now is straight into the shop to do some further diagnosis. I don't see a check engine light on. Typically, depending on the problem, some transmission would give off, if it affects emissions, a lot of them will give off a P code, which will set off a transmission or a check engine light. I don't really see a light on. However, there could be fault codes in the TCM. Now, if this is a NAG 1 transmission, yes, it has its own TCM. Most NAG transmission have their TCM under the steering wheel. If this is ZF rear-wheel drive transmission, the TCM is built into the valve body, guys. Yes, watch this video right here. I had the luxury of learning that for the first time when I took the course, and again, live by doing one. I had to replace one. I went up to the parts department to order a transmission module, and lo and behold, what I got was a complete valve body. Yes, times are surely changing, guys. You go up to get a transmission computer, they hand you a valve body. Okay, you either catch on or get left behind. I choose to keep up as best as I can. All right, guys, so I'm in the shop. Let me verify this fluid level, and we're going to proceed with these diagnoses. And while I'm in here, I'm going to scan this thing, see what kind of codes I got, too. All right, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, I have the topology pulled up. Look, guys, as you can see, there is sign says TCM. You know what that means? That this car has its own separate TCM transmission module. That means it's likely a NAG transmission. Okay, and in fact, let's go to this module because we're having transmission problems. Let's go up to DTC, and what we will find, two fault codes, 2784 and 0732, gear ratio error in second, input speed sensor correction correlation. All right, guys, this is an indication. This could sometimes mean the transmission is low on fluid. All right, yes, so be careful with this. Speed sensor, tire size has to be the same. If this is a NAG 1, make sure all your tires are the same, and the thread level, one is not worn out, because yes, it can throw the whole transmission off. In fact, let's go to the transmission, and first we need to check the fluid. All right, let's check the fluid. Alrighty guys, as you can see, there is no transmission fluid in here, guys. Yes, you would definitely slip. You would definitely barely move in the event there's no transmission fluid in your transmission. Okay, so now what I have the daunting task is simple. Find out why there's no transmission fluid in it. Okay, it is extremely low. So we either have a leak or your transmission is burning transmission fluid. That's highly unlikely, so we likely have a leak. So what we're gonna do, let's get this thing in the air and find out, take a closer look and see what we got going on. All right, let's get it. Ooh, righty guys. Oh wow. Forward drive. Oh, now this is, yes, neg 1 guys. Okay. Oh, looky. Oh. Y'all see that? Ladies and gentlemen, this is transmission fluid. And you know where it's likely coming from? You guessed it, guys. The condenser. Actually, technically, the transmission cooler. It's just so happened these coolers are built inside the condenser, guys. Now, that will give off both of those fault codes, guys, due to the fact that we have low fluid. When you have low fluid, you need to find out why it's low. So you're likely going to have a leak, right? So now I have just verified that there's a transmission leak. So technically, I have to fix the AC in order to fix the transmission. Some cases that's hard to explain. Customer may go, "There's nothing wrong with my AC." But yes, and in fact, the AC can still work. It's leaking at the trans cooler internally, which is ending up externally. The fluid is leaking outside. All right, guys. Let me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just confirmed it. Yep, in the corner of that condenser. This ain't the first time I've seen it. I've seen this quite a bit, so that's what I need, guys. I need to replace the condenser. I'm going to also recommend a transmission service. Now, remember, guys, because it has a transfer case, that means there's a front differential and there's a rear differential. So if I'm going to recommend servicing the transfer case, I'm also going to recommend servicing the rear diff and the front diff. Yes, front diff. So let me write this estimate up, guys. If it sells, it's pretty straightforward. I think I have a video on replacing the condenser already, so we'll see. But that's all I have for now in this video. Thanks for watching.